Jackie couldn't hide her worry. She'd been trying hard not to think about what was to come. They'd already endured so much. "I'm sorry, Luna." Fane walked over and knelt in front of her, resting one hand on her hip and the other on her knee. "I should have thought before I spoke." Jackie shook her head and swallowed her emotions. She found herself doing that a lot lately. "You can talk to me about anything, Fane. You know that. And I don't want you to not talk to me because you're worried about it stressing me out or making me more afraid. I'm not fragile." His beautiful lips turned up slightly. "As if I would ever make the mistake of calling you fragile, mate. You're anything but, and you've proven it more times than I wish you've had to." Jackie reached up her free hand and cupped his cheek. He was so handsome. She'd never forget the first time she laid eyes on him. He'd literally taken her breath away. His face had changed a bit over the past few years. It was more angular and no longer held the soft innocence of youth. He wore the lines of worry on his brow, and he smiled less easily. But he was still her Fane. The boy who'd stolen her heart was now the man who held it captive. "We're not canceling Christmas or anything else," she said, her hand gently patting his cheek. "We will all just walk on eggshells while we wait for Jen's crazy retaliation plan to reveal itself. Then, in 20 years, we will think back and laugh." Fane didn't look convinced that he'd ever find anything Jen would do funny. Ever. "I'm going to have to order more eggnog and rum." He stood more gracefully than a man his size should be able to. "You and Costin are just going to have to man up," Jackie told him, and then laughed when he growled at her. "Put on your big boy wolf undies." "Thank you for giving me the image of Costin in his wolf form wearing a pair of boxers. Just what I wanted to picture this morning." "How do you know they're boxers? He may be a briefs wolf, or even, gasp, a bikini brief." "If what you're talking about wasn't so disturbing, I might be angry that you're thinking about Costin and his underwear." Fane rumbled before heading to the bathroom. "I'm going to take a shower and try to wash these images out of my head. Thank you, Luna, for the encouraging pep talk." Jackie laughed as the bathroom door closed a little harder than necessary. "Your daddy is afraid of little old Aunt Jen." She looked down at Slate. "To be fair, your Aunt Jen is bat schniz crazy." Slate just blinked, then grinned and patted her boob. Yes, Jackie would definitely be happy when only one male was, once again, laying claim to her girls. "Why in the ever-loving world would you and Fane dye Thea blue?" Sally asked, as she helped Titus pick out his clothes for the day. Sally was excited to find out that her little man loved Christmas as much as she did, and he enjoyed wearing anything Christmas-themed. She might have gone a little overboard on the festive sweaters and adorable Christmas plaid pants, and the red and green pajamas. Okay, she could be honest with herself. She'd gone past, "Oh, that's kind of a lot," to, "You've got a holly jolly problem." "Why did you and Jackie steal her to begin with?" Costin challenged as he paced their suite. He'd been doing that since he'd gotten dressed an hour before. "We were probably trying to rescue her from Jen's craziness." Sally stood back and looked at Titus and grinned. "I'm digging that ugly sweater, dude." He smiled up at her. "It's pretty bad." "Bad enough to annoy Aunt Jen," Sally said. Titus held up a hand to give her a high five. It turned out her son had a little payback streak in him. He'd figured out a few things that really got on Jen's nerves, and he exploited them ruthlessly. Sally and Costin probably shouldn't encourage it, but Jen deserved it. They'd have to make up for this failure in other areas of parenting, like excellent hygiene. That's a good thing to teach a kid, right? Sally nodded to herself. Totally makes up for encouraging him to annoy Jen. "Are you listening to me, Sally mine?" Costin's voice pulled her from her parenting pat on the back. "Yep, right here with you, her brow rose. "And I totally agree." Costin stopped pacing and turned to look at her. "You agree we should go spend Christmas with your parents?" "What? No, are you crazy? Jen would skin us alive. Besides, my parents will probably come here."